What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Path to Exile Car Ramblings podcast. I'm JC. Oh, I have an interesting topic today, but before we get into that topic, I'm going to go ahead and give you your card of the day. It is a enchantment out of everybody's favorite set, Homelands. It is on the reserve list. Price-wise, I think it's sitting about between $5 and $7. It is a black card for 2 and 2 black. The card is called Cuskin Falls. A lot of you may have heard of it. A lot of you may not. It is a pillow fort effect where I think it reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, tap an untapped creature you control, and then, or sacrifice Cuskin Falls. Okay. So the actual good effect of it is creatures your opponents control cannot attack you unless I pay 2 for each one that's attacking. So it's basically your propaganda, your ghostly prison, but in black. Now, it is not the 3 mana cost that the other 2 are. It is 4 mana, and it does have a every turn downside, where, I mean, you could just throw a like a token onto it, which is what I usually do, is I literally will just have it on the field, have a token just sitting on it, and I just won't ever untap the token, just because it hits your upkeep and then, it hits your untap step and then it hits your upkeep. There's no reason to even untap it. Just keep it tapped. So yeah, that's your card of the day. It is pretty fun. It's not really very common to see that effect in black. And a lot of times black, you're trying to slow down the board so you can get things like your Urborg, coffer combos going, so yeah, it's a great thing to just have. I throw it into any deck that's running black personally, unless it doesn't have any creatures or creature tokens, then I don't. Unless it has, if it has big creatures in it, I don't run it in those either. Just running for big creatures, not for tokens, or I need those creatures to be untapped. Anyways, moving on. Today's topic. So, everybody is on the hype train of budget EDH. I'm guilty of it as well. I love budget EDH. I love trying to build decks around it. But there's something that I've always wanted, a different style of that. Another constraint, if you will. I know a lot of people will aim for like the dollar. The cards can't be over $1. Okay, that's a super common one. Or they can't be over, like, you can only have like 1 or 2 that are over $5 or less, or there's a bunch of different rules people make up. My take on it is a lot of budget cards. Not all, by far. I mean, take Swords of Plowshares, for example. It's $1, and it's super played. My constraint that I'm going to do to this is I'm not going to aim for budget. I'm going to aim for decks it is used in. What I mean by this is I'm going to build a deck. I'm going to go onto EDH Rec, and I'm going to aim for cards that have under 500 decks that they're used in. So I'm going to go to each set, figure out which cards could go in the deck that I'm building. Additionally, it would be too easy to have a commander that would be 500 or less, because a lot of great commanders are in the 300 to 400 category. So I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to say the commander can only have under 200 decks. So up to 199, it can have that many. I'm not going to prove it. I'm just going to use the honor system here. But I am going to try and build a deck off of cards that you've never heard of before. Or you have heard of them, and people just don't play them. I think it'll be super fun. It'll be a huge challenge. Huge challenge. The only problem with this is that it is based off of metadata. So just me coming up with the idea and essentially trying to move forward with it, that in and of itself can change the numbers. Much like, say, the command zone talking about Feather, all the prices of cards that would go in that deck skyrocketed. Same thing with this. I'm not saying I have a huge following. I'm just saying if this ever were to be picked up and somebody ran with it, well, one more deck would be built. And then another one would be built. And then eventually people would be putting them on to tapped out. And the actual amount of decks being built with cards that are under the 500 mark would go up, essentially making them not viable for that format anymore. So I don't think it's an actual format. I think it's just something fun to try and challenge yourself every now and then. There's so many cards in Magic. 500 I feel is very lenient. That's a very, very easy to aim for number. Obviously, I would like to keep it budget if possible. This is not going to be a good deck. It is not going to be that good. Let's be honest. It's not going to be great. There's a reason the cards are... There's a reason Swords to Plowshares is one of the highest played cards in the game. It's good. It's budget, and it's good. So, I don't know. That's my thought process. I just thought I would do a short little video for you guys. I'm going to try and do shorter form videos. They're easier for my computer to actually throw up onto YouTube, and I don't know, you probably don't want to watch an hour-long conversation about me gossiping about what the best blocks are. I mean, it was a fun video to shoot, but anyways, these shorter form videos are easier for you to sit down and just watch real quick. They're not technically podcasts, I guess, but anyways. Alright guys, I think this is where I'm going to let you go. You have a great day, and get out there and play some Magic.